So for today's podcast, we're joined with Stacy Heron, and Stacy is with the EVSC Virtual Academy. So, Stacy, I know you have a lot of pride in this program, and you and the staff there really do some incredible things. So, let's just talk about that today because some people may not be familiar with it. So, first of all, just when we say the EVSC Virtual Academy, what are we talking about?
So the EVSC Virtual Academy is a K-12 school, a fully accredited EVSC school, where our students attend their courses virtually, all of them. So we have everything from the littlest kids who work with our K-8 teachers, and then we offer the same diplomas as all the other high schools, and the same academic opportunities as the high schools. We offer everything from regular level classes all the way to AP courses
Okay.
for our students. So we really are a fully accredited, full-time K-8 school.
So let's talk a little bit about
K-12 school.
Sure, and let's talk a little bit about the word virtual because I think with everything going on here with the pandemic, everyone has started using that term, and certainly we did shift to virtual instruction, just like schools did all across the nation. But
Sure.
with you all, it's a bit different because this is truly what you do. So, and that's no knock on the virtual instruction we've had because teachers have done a phenomenal job of teaching in that environment, and parents and kids have all acclimated to that. But talk to us, what does it look like when you are a virtual student and that is the program you decide to join?
Well, that's exactly right. We've had the situation where people have had to kind of jump in to this distance learning. Our students made that transition very easily because it was business as usual for
Sure.
them. They just kept doing what they'd always done. One of the things that we do at the virtual academies, we do offer opportunities for the kids to come in and meet with their teachers, take exams with their teachers. They get tutoring face to face, that sort of thing. So obviously that hasn't been happening for us this year. But all of our curriculum is designed to be done virtually. So it's very different than having lessons or curriculum that's normally done face to face and trying to make those virtual. Ours are meant to be done that way. That's how they're designed. Our students spend about, depending on the age, 5 hours to 6.5 hours a day on their studies. Their parents are learning coaches. They help them at home. The teachers are available now we're doing it by WebEx and email and phone and that sort of thing to help our students. They grade the work. We provide all of the curriculum and then some of the academic supports for our students.
So let's fast forward to if and when, hopefully, when things at some point return to normal, which we're all hoping for. So in the virtual program, once we're back in the normal environment and things with the virus hopefully can be behind us, talk a little more about what that looks like with, I think, what many of us refer to as kind of a blended or a hybrid approach with your virtual in terms of what does that in-person support look like?
So our students do the vast majority of their work at home on their computers with their parents supporting them. This gives them the versatility to work anytime during the day. So we have some students who really enjoy working in the evenings, or maybe we have adult learners who have a full-time job and are working on coursework at night. That's perfectly okay with us. And then the kids will come in for help with assignments when they need it. We have our K-8 students meet regularly with their teachers. Most of them come in every couple of weeks for an hour or so to meet face-to-face.
Okay.
Our students who with special needs who need special education supports meet a little more frequently with their teachers. Our high school kids come in when they need tutoring. Sometimes they like to come to our classroom just for a quiet place to work where they can ask questions when they come up. They all come in to take exams so we can ensure the fidelity of our tests. But you're exactly right. It is that blended approach where most of it is online. And we can make it fully online, which we have done.
Sure.
But we always prefer to see the kids face to face just so they have that opportunity for support if they need it.
And you all really have, I mean, just like you said, you are a full-time school and you have a staff as well. It's not like you just have people scattered that come and go teaching wise. I mean,
No.
you have a core group of teachers who do this.
Absolutely. We have all licensed teachers. We have some whose only position is with us at the Virtual Academy. We have some others who, for our electives, maybe teach full-time at another school and then spend a few hours working with the Virtual Academy students. Both of our K-8 teachers are there. We have a K-8 teacher there most mornings of the week for kids to come in and get help and that sort of thing. But yeah, all of our teachers are licensed and are available for our students. We pride ourselves on being very accessible. Our teachers are very accessible
Sure.
for our kids.
Sure. If you're a parent or a student and you're listening to this conversation, um, talk to us about an example of, somebody is thinking, is this for me? So when you think back to all the students, and I've worked with you on a couple of things where we've even spoken to current and past students, and you can tell
Hmm.
it was for them. I mean,
Right,
they
right.
are make it completely clear what a great fit that's been. Um, so who is this for? Talk to us about kids that have really had success with this.
So this is for any student who, for whatever reason, we have our students come to us for a variety of reasons, but for whatever reason they prefer or need to not be in a traditional school environment for a period of time. We have some that stay with us for a semester. We have some that stay with us for many years.
Mhm.
And we love them all. This is for a kid who is self-motivated. They've got to be able to get themselves moving, to do their work without somebody staring over their shoulders, because that's the thing. When you're in a traditional school, your teachers, they are asking, why are you looking out the window? You need to get back to work. And we don't have that. So we need somebody who's motivated, somebody who can focus well, and who really wants to do virtual education. If you don't want to do it, it's going to be very difficult because it's a very different way of learning, but it's a really great fit for an awful lot of students in a very variety of situations.
Yeah, I remember one of the students we talked to, I mean, had been in the traditional school environment. And if I remember right, had even done well. It wasn't
Mhm.
that, but I remember it was that conversation about learning styles. And I
Yep.
remember, and she was a mature young lady, and she talked to you and I both and said, this was for me, and the way I learn was a great fit.
You're exactly right. And for those students who like to learn like that by the reading and the talking and that sort of thing, this is a great fit for them. We have students who come to us because of their schedules, their family situations. We have some elite athletes who travel a lot, that sort of thing. We have adult learners. We have a couple of graduates this year who are in their 20s with families and
Wow.
came back to just finish a class or two. So we have everything from the very traditional student with the right age and the right cohort to people that come back because they want to finish up their diploma with us.
Great. And last question, if I'm hearing this student or parent and I have more questions, what should
Mhm.
I do?
Absolutely. You can visit our website,
Okay.
and there's applications online. And then also, right now, we are in and out of the office a
Sure.
little bit, but we're still answering phone messages and emails and that sort of thing. We'd love to talk to anyone who wants to learn more. We've had some families that have been real interested in learning more. So we've been able to set up WebEx meetings, very simple. We can just you go online and we can meet, and it's more like a face-to-face conversation. So that's nice. We're able to do that too for people who want to learn more.
So certainly don't hesitate if you wanted, because I can
Mhm.
imagine for some people they would say, I want to learn more about this before
Yes.
I enroll my child in this program. You're happy to have a conversation and really go in depth
Yeah.
about what this looks like.
We it is very, very important to us that everybody knows what they're getting into before
Sure.
they do it. And this is a new way of learning, and it's a wonderful fit for an awful lot of kids. And we love the opportunity to be able to talk to you about that and to kind of tell you what we can offer and explain how our classes work. We can talk about what a typical day for a virtual academy student looks like, what kind of classes they can take. Because again, we're K-12. So our second graders, their day looks very different than our
Right.
seniors do,
Well, sure.
just as it would.
Yeah.
So it's a very a variety of kids come to us, and we love the opportunity to talk about what that looks like for them.
Great. Wonderful. Well, Stacy Heron from the EVSC Virtual Academy, thanks for taking the time to come in and talk to us.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.